Good.
We're here with Rebecca Hedges. Rebecca, how are you?
I'm great. Busy
Well,
working out today.
oh, great. Well, Rebecca, you had the great opportunity to attend the Trump rally last weekend in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So tell us, how was it? What did you experience?
Hey, uh, we had a slight problem. We had left home from Rogers at 5:15 and went down to Hot Springs to the Republican State Committee to elect delegates and alternates. And that thing went long. Great about it. And we thought the Lord gave us free parking that was easy. We didn't have to
Awesome.
hunt. So we hoofed it on to toward BOK, and getting closer, we saw the National Guard troops and cement barricades and this black fence with everything closed. And they said, we've closed the gates. And some people around us were looking to see how to get in. There were lots of people still trying to get in.
No
So
kidding.
they said, I think we've heard it up this way. So we went up this way around, circuiting about 4 blocks. Went to another gate, which was closed. Police were at that one. And finally, National Guard troops. We found, and of course, we heard later that the temperature screeners had left early. We think it's something to do with the BOK management. We don't know for sure. That's what somebody on the inside thought, that they thought that there were enough people in and that was going to be sufficient and
So
go
you
on.
weren't able to get in. They actually closed the doors before you got there.
That's right. And the National Guard troops were there the whole time we were outside that black fence they'd erected. And they, they were about 30 feet from us in. And I thought later, we didn't have protection. And I thought at the time, it's okay, because there were a couple of BLM, about Black Lives Matter, people with funny signs around us, but they weren't shouting anything bad. They were just holding signs that said Black Lives Matter. And the National Guard troops were there the whole time we were outside that black fence they'd erected. And they, they were about 30 feet from us in. And I thought later, we didn't have protection. And I thought at the time, it's okay, because there were a couple of BLM, about Black Lives Matter, people with funny signs around us, but they weren't shouting anything bad. They were just holding signs that said Black Lives Matter. We were kind of packed in this street. We took up a street half a block long where we were. There had been people at the other gate, that many. And the people we were around were just good, everyday, wonderful people. There was a young family with 2 little boys, like 10 and 6, and another dad with a little bit smaller young ones, and young people of all colors. And my pictures on Facebook, I tried to get good pictures, but we ran into pictures from the different states: South Carolina, Florida, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, Texas. Good, honest, hardworking people of all ages. And it was just like, a family reunion. We were disappointed. We kept thinking they're going to open up and let us in, because we heard about the overflow area where President Trump was supposed to speak to a group. That was in beyond those black gates. We never saw it and never saw anybody. But we had fun, and there were booths selling shirts, caps, flags, and one fella had an iPhone, and he had the Trump rally on, and finally President Trump was speaking. So he held that up, and he had a megaphone that broadcast it out so we could hear. So that was wonderful. And we were cheering, but then some Black Lives Matter people came up, a little group, and they started chanting, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. And so some of our group started saying, USA, USA. So we joined that. And one said, Black Lives Matter again. And this other fella said, you matter, I matter, we all matter. You matter, you matter, I matter, we all matter. So we were trying to do things that weren't, we weren't being hostile. We were just not wanting them to shout us down, et cetera, or shout our president down.
Well, Rebecca, did you have the chance to listen to the Trump speech from outside?
Yes, on that phone.
Gotcha.
Since then, of course, I've gone back and listened to quite a bit of it, and I want to take time to listen to the whole thing, because the part I've heard is just wonderful, and the cheering. But this big, it's a blessing. I would have loved to have gone in, but it's a blessing we didn't, because we wouldn't know what was going on the outside if we had gone in.
Rebecca, thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. We sure appreciate it.
Okay. God bless you.